You're welcome in your maths, and I got a new problem. Here we have to prove it. So here this is the general formula of sine theta, in which theta belongs to all possible angles. Now let's take an example in which sine theta is equals to root 3 by 2, which is sine 60 degree, or sine pi by 3. Now let's draw the quadrants to find the all principal solutions of sine theta, which gives the same result as sine alpha gives us. So in the first quadrant, the sine theta is pi by 3 and it gives the same result as plus root 3 by 2, and in the second quadrant the sine theta gives the same value root 3 by 2, which is pi minus pi by 3, and this we can write this as 2 pi by 3. So that's all principal angles of sine theta, which gives the same result as sine alpha gives us, that's root 3 by 2. Now why sine 180 degree minus 60 degree gives the same result as sine alpha gives us? Because it's also plus sine 60 degree, so it's also root 3 by 2. Okay, I will definitely prove it in the upcoming videos. Now you can see that in the first pi you have to subtract minus pi by 3 to get the same result as sine alpha gives you. So in the first pi you have to minus pi by 3, and in the second pi you have to add pi by 3 to get the same result as sine alpha gives you. So in the second pi you have to add pi by 3, in the third pi again you have to subtract pi by 3, in the fourth one this is plus pi by 3. So you can see that in the odd number you have to subtract pi by 3, and in the even number you have to add pi by 3. So n pi plus n to the power of minus 1, because when n is even it gives and makes the minus 1 positive, and we can add alpha, any alpha. Okay, and when it is odd we can subtract any alpha. So let me check that when n becomes even it gives n pi plus alpha, and yes, it follows the same rule. We have to add some angle and it follows that. Hence proved. Hopefully you get it, so don't forget to like and subscribe.